Welcome everybody to the Counter-Strike Confederation. This tonight is Challenger Finals. We've gone through a whole season. We're here now. My name is Mechatronic. I'm here tonight with Grigorovich. And we're going to get started. I see on the bottom it says Elite Quarterfinals, but trust me, we're in Challenger Quarterfinals. How you doing tonight, Greg?
Doing fantastic. How about yourself, Mecha?
I'm doing good. I had a great dinner before. Had a nice beer earlier tonight. We're hanging out now. Very excited to watch some good Counter-Strike here. So we're going to get into this match pretty quickly. They've actually already done their map rounds, so I guess let's not waste any time. And let's just talk about the rosters very quickly before we go much further here.
Yeah, both teams definitely looking like some really strong rosters. Again, having played against both these guys, I know they've got some powerful individuals on both sides. For me, the standout for H4K has to be Ernesto. He's shown up every single game so far, putting up strong numbers. I think he is, apart from like one or two PFAs that have only played one game, he's the top-rated player right now in Challenger. So definitely wanting to see some good stuff out of him tonight. And then on the side of HG, it's got to be Genka for me. He's not the highest performing player, but always really consistent. I believe he's their opper as well, so watch for him to bring that out tonight. That's definitely deadly whenever it comes out.
I do want to make one note on the rosters. You'll see over on the Tilted Togglers that Dibes is playing. He's the GM. I think he's one of the only people in the server, if not the only person, to have a trophy. And the reason I bring that up is he actually won that trophy all the way back in season 6. So it's been a 6-season drought for Dibes himself. Trying to bring that back and win one and not make it a 7th season in a row. So let's go look at the map picks and bans because we have those as well. And we'll see them come up here in a moment. But what are you looking for? What do you think that we should probably see here?
I wouldn't be surprised to see Vertigo come out. I know that's one that both teams have some reps on. I believe HG in particularly has played it a good number of times in the regular season. And then as far as H4K's pick goes, they've got a number of maps that they could play. I would imagine if I'm them, I would pick Anubis. They've been consistently good on it. They haven't dropped a map on it yet. I think they're 3-0 in the regular season. And they've been convincing wins as well, like 13-5 to kick off the season, 13-9, 13-8, stuff like that. So,
all right. And then what do we? So talking about both of these teams, right? You said Genka was the guy to look for the Hitmen. How did the Hitmen get here? What was their kind of path to get here to the finals today?
They definitely had a rougher season than their opponent did. So I believe they were like 6-5 overall. Within the first 4 games, they only won one of them. But late season, it's been a turnaround. I can't remember offhand if there was any roster changes mid-season for HG, but they definitely turned around, only dropping one map, and that was their last match against actually the Decoys. But other than that, they've been really solid. So after those first couple losses, came back and just were ready to play some good CS. H4K, on the other hand, has definitely been a much more solid team. They are, I believe, I think 7 or 8-3. Definitely a strong team all throughout the season. Definitely always one to be watching for. And they're putting up good wins. Again, I listed those 3 Anubis games, but that's not counting another 13-5, a 13-4, 13-8. So even their losses have been really close.
Yeah. Got it. So we see the map picks and bans up on the screen. We see that HG's picked Vertigo and Hack has picked Ancient. I know that one of these Ancients is wrong. You see the Decider is also Ancient. So that's the Anubis pick actually for Hack, and then the Ancient Decider at the end. So we see 3 relatively new maps here. And other than Vertigo, it's kind of a little puggy. I'm liking that.
Yeah, definitely we'll get to see, the raw aim come out from everyone. We will see team play as a big focus, but it's just going to be who's the better shooter. And that's what we love to see here tonight for some really strong CS in the finals. We've seen a lot of good matches coming up so far in the regular season. But these are, I think, the most heavily played maps in Challenger this season. A lot of teams have some reps on them. A lot of teams are really good on them. So both of these sides are definitely no stranger to any of these 3 maps coming up tonight.
Mm-hmm. I'm just confirming and making sure that we're all good on working through our way now. I'm really curious about how we ended up here on these these 3 pug, basically 2.5 pug maps here. After a whole season in Challenger, right? We're not we're not in Recruiter Prospect, where we, as someone who in Prospect, loves to play pug maps. So I expected to see something a little bit more, but you know what? We're in the finals today, so we're going to be getting into game pretty soon. Is there any big factor that we need to look at for either of these teams as we keep going through?
Not really. The main thing that I would watch for, again, is, like I said at the start, just we want to see all of the individuals on both sides show up. I think there's players on each side that, like we said, are very strong, and we need to see them have those standout games. But if you do see 1 or 2 of the other players drop out on these teams and not have a good map, I don't think those individual performances from Ernesto or Ganka are going to be enough to carry that team to a win if their teammates aren't showing up as well. So we really just need to see everyone working together and being able to put up numbers on these, like you said, pug maps in order to see a solid victory here for either side.
Yeah, I've heard from the voices behind that we are still waiting on a server right now. And as Greg and I don't want to waste all of our material here before the match, we're going to throw to a quick break. We'll be back once the server is up, and we'll get right into the first map. Well, hello there again, everyone. I've been told that there is a server that is up. There are 10 people in it, and we are just kind of hanging out for a minute before we actually get into game. But we realized that when we were talking behind stage that we actually missed a very important part of this process. Greg, I need you to give me a prediction for this match.
Well, again, like I was saying, both sides are really strong here, but it's got to be H4K for me. They've been on it the whole season. You've got a lot of really, really strong players that are scary to go up against. I think they take it. I think they take it in 3. I think we see all 3 maps.
I think we see all 3 maps.
I do.
Okay. So if we can get towards all 3 maps, then what's going to be our deciding factor as we kind of get through, right? And do you think that both teams will take their respective map picks, or do you think that we're going to see a little trade of things in here?
Mm-hmm. I think both teams will take their respective map picks. Vertigo here, as we see the pistol round. Already a lot of kills going on either way. Moose left in a 1v3. Does find the first one, swinging out. Finds the second. To take last fight. He does. He wins it out. 4 kills in the pistol round for him to kick this off for the Hitmen.
Oh, all right. Off to a good start. Excellent time. All right, so the Hitmen will be starting off over on the T side. Tilted Toggler starting on the CT side. Hitmen take the first round of the game, and we see a little bit of a buy-in through already, but not as much as I would have expected. Well, now with the MAC-10, I guess as much as I would have expected.
A really strong eco round for both sides coming out.
And it looks like it's going to be a little bit of an A lean to start, a B lean to start this off, right? We see a couple of those players underneath. We see some of them trying to take some mid space right now. Stives is able to get that first kill in mid.
Yeah, and for losing that pistol round, the T's now know that the CTs did buy into this, so they'll probably be a little bit more cautious with what they do here.
You see the space that Ernesto grabbed underneath, right? He took so much space under. That nade's going to be a little hard, but takes a lot of damage. Sprunk trying to take anything here. Pushed up from that Molotov. Goes down. Quang just kind of waiting on the generator, trying to see if anyone's going to poke their head forward. Sees one, has to run away quick. Blaine is going to be there on the other side and looking to try and see if there's anything Blaine can do here. Bomb elsewhere. Doesn't matter. Ernesto's stabbed in the back. That ramp push is finally working out. And Ganka's going to be the last one alive. 1 kill now. Onto Dives in the middle. But Ernesto will take it with just the nade.
Strong comeback in that round for H4K, rather than letting HG take the follow-up to the pistol round. So probably puts HG onto a bit of the back foot there as far as the eco goes. And again, like I said, Ernesto already leading the server in kills after just the second round. Definitely want to see a lot of stuff from him. He is that guy. He knows it.
He's that guy. All right, so see that same kind of force buy in here now from the Hitmen. A couple of weapons in through. Shots. A couple Molotovs to try and push things over. Since Vertigo, all the spawns got messed with. Vertigo's a lot easier to get up onto this A site now as Ernesto takes the first on plane. I'll slow down here for a second. Wolf's given something, but he can't take it. He'll flash through now, but it just seems the T's are kind of stuck now at the bottom. They do take Wong out towards the bottom of the ramp, but everything's just waiting now. They don't have much space, and they can't do much with it. That smoke is going to be the first bit through. We'll see if they want to continue with this. Wolf is going to try and peek his head out. He does take one. That's the one rifle that was sitting over on the T side. Wolf and Ernesto have a combined 5 health, but it doesn't really matter right now when Sprunk and Dives are nearby. He's all the way on the other side. He's just playing Human Flash.
Yeah, those rotates coming in is really going to secure this round, I feel like, for H4K, but they do get the plant down.
Get the plant down, and they're going to swing, and that's the 2 kills. So we knew that Sprunk was probably... Well, actually, Sprunk had a lot of health, so interesting that he died a little in that Molotov. Bones the last one alive. Kind of lining up for him. That's 1 onto Ernesto. That's the 1 HP player. A little picked up. Can he do any more? Dives has the M4A1S. the one gun that's going to be the problem here, but Bones is just continuing to be a thorn inside. Looks to the right place, spots Wolfie. Now Dive just has to watch for this, and I don't know if he's got enough time.
Oh, it's going to be tight.
It's going to be really, really tight.
Just gets it.
Barely. Milliseconds, that's it. That's the round. Tilted Togglers take the second gun round here. First buy-in.
Looked like a fast play on ramp coming out from HG, but it's really uncomfortable when you are forced to just sit there, especially on a low buy, as you wait for the CTs to rotate in behind you as you know they're going to. They did a good job getting the plant down on that still, making it close. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. They're already down to Fox, Tech 9, all that's left. Let's see what that one weapon is. Oh, it's so deep. It's so far away.
Yeah, there's no way they get to that.
It's just Wolfie's playing this really strong position when there's no utility on the other side.
Exactly. He's able to play around that smoke too, and just gives him so much more freedom to work with almost.
Really difficult to work. Bruce is able to get one, but this is kind of all for Todd. You can see that Bones is all the way on the other side of the map with the bomb, trying to pull up on B stairs. This is doing a really good job. I think everyone stuff is. Bones is able to get that one kill. Now it's a race to see if we can get there first. The M4A1S is going to be picked up. Bomb will go down. To retake here. It's just going to go sit right here on the A steps. B steps. Dives has a smoke. That could be a huge help for them. I think that smoke may also be the hindrance of them. Bones can kind of just walk through if he really wants to. Dives is leading to the side of the smoke, and Bones is starting to get that going there. Got one. Bones out again. This is again. Dives left in that 1v1 clutch. He won it last time. So little health now on Bones, but there's so little time left. Dives, unless you have enough time, this is twice now. This is twice now that it's come so close. And it looks like this time Dives is lucky. He is lucky. 2-2. Hitmen go up around. Those two are waiting it out.
The smoke there is almost a reflex. Like, obviously you want to smoke off a position that he might be at, but I feel like with that, you almost want the extra vision, and again, HG player was just able to walk around that smoke and surprise them from 2 different angles almost, so really multiplied the HG players on the server for them.
This 5 here, all full weapons, Hitmen so quickly.
Not one you want to see.
No, I do like the understanding from Hitmen though that they couldn't that we'll make the economic disadvantage save both teams. So deep already.
When you're able to get so much space on the A side early on, that's huge. But there is a player there. They didn't check for him. Ernesto coming in with the MP9 for 2. Now it's Moose in a fight.
Have to deal with that after so they found them to the site. They made their way there, but they couldn't do anything past that point. They hadn't cleared everything. It's now very much harder to be able to grab that bomb. We'll see what they want to do with it. Could rotate that.
He's got time if he wants to make a play here, but it looks like he's going to commit to the A site hit.
One player around the smoke. Probably going to jump up onto double stack now. Ill does take it. Kwame has it. So 3 rounds up now. Tilted Togglers. This will be full 10-second defuse, but no issues anywhere close.
Yeah, it's going to turn into a back and forth of ecos, you know, especially with MR12, not new anymore by this point, but that compact half. Someone's got to kind of decide when's the time we just throw in the towel and take a hit on a save here. But both sides are going to keep buying into this until they're forced to.
Seeing that everyone's bought in. Now, this real round we've had, right? The rounds that we thought were gun rounds kind of felt like half five. Smoke will hit the bottom of the ramp. Walk out some aggression here, but let's see if this is going to try and look for it. Oh, Bush takes our Nesto down, so that's 2 down already. 2 for 1 in this trade overall, favoring the Hitman.
Yeah, even those 1-for-1 trades in the earlier round always favor the T's, so to get 2 there, that's going to be big for them. Still the MAC-10 up on the HG side. Wonder if he might try and find that rifle that Bones dropped, but we'll see.
So it looks like he's looking for him as well. Jacob takes dives out quickly, and now it's just 2v1. Both of those seats are over on the A site. It's a free site now for the Hitmen. They're going to smoke out the right side Jenny. Sure, they get this correctly. And Blaine, you said that it was a little weird that he still had this MAC-10, but this is why. He's trying to be aggressive with it. He's trying to hunt these weapons down before they do anything.
Yeah, just gotta know how to use the weapon that you have, and he knows that's the advantage. Get up close, jump around the corners, lock them out of the sight. And it might be H4K setting up for a save here, just trying to get an exit or two.
It looks like they're... No safe weapon or alive for him. They're going to start to make some of this a right? Bones won't have enough to buy in, but it can be dropped if they really want to do this. I do like the MAC-10 here, though. It does seem that Bones wants to be a little bit more aggressive.
Yeah, and while you have that advantage, when you know the other team is going to be considering that eco, might as well use it. Try and get a bonus round out of it if you can, and, well, he'll find out shortly that he's going to be on that bonus round against these pistols.
Molotov's going to go up first. We're going to see what it's going to do. Come through, but this is really quick from the T's. They haven't been this quick the entire time, but Bones' MAC-10 comes through really early. Grabs the first 2 frag. Now they're trying to see, can they actually get onto the site? Will be sitting just on this crate in a really bad position for the T's if they don't clear the same way. They will clear. Bones gets a third this round. Dives takes Blaine down. It shouldn't be that much of an issue now for the Hitmen to just take the site, but they're running away. They don't have the bomb. And Dives and company are just sitting here.
Oh, they have a crossfire on it.
Waiting.
Menacingly. Standing there. They're flashing through. There hasn't been anything to do about these flashes. Dives takes one. Fong is right there as well. The sprays don't go anywhere. But with pistols, getting 3 frags. Need 2 frags, sorry. Excellent. What more can you ask for?
Yeah, and the low HP there on 2 of the remaining 3 HD players really makes you believe that, you know, with that bomb in that kind of position, they might have had a chance there. So good to see another strong buy coming back from H4K now. They've eaten that save. They're back on a normal eco now. The MAC-10 is still held up on the HG side, now on AJ. See what he can do with it.
Yeah, the MAC-10 seems to be the weapon so far. Dives goes for a ballsy peek right there on Zagenka and takes his head right off. Jay's got that first kill already with the MAC-10. Switch over the M4A4 now. See if he can try and push anywhere into the site, but it just, right now it looks like the Hitmen are just kind of getting anything that they want. They'll step out and take that nade through, but the nade plus the Molotov takes Ernesto down without him seeing his enemies.
Yeah, HG are just doing so well at opening up the map and making the defense spread out. You know, after the first 10, 20 seconds in the round, there's already gaps in H4K's defense every time here, and HG is always really good at exploiting that, so coming on strong into this 8th round.
Yeah, Kwang's going to want to look to save this weapon here, but he also wants to get these exit frags. One's just going to be right there. No exit frags, gotten nothing. Kwang's going to go down, and the CT side economy is... It's it's basically broken at this point, right? We're on 3 losses in a row. We see a couple upgraded pistols being bought in, but that's about all we're going to see.
Yeah, it's absolutely brutal when you just cannot get a buy going because it's so difficult to get a good economy started back up. And sure enough, we'll see the first time out of this grand finals come through for H4K. Imagine they're probably talking about, not letting this get away from them. Mentally, sometimes you are going to have to probably give up this eco round. Again, they've invested a few pistols, few 5.7s, and a deagle, it looks like. But it's still a long shot if you're going to want to pick up this 9th round. So they're just going to have to be ready to see that scoreboard get even wider of a difference before they're able to buy again.
Well, we'll see what they want to get done here. I'm sorry if there's any background noise. I blame my desk. Not something you generally hear us blame here, but all right,
makes a lot of noise.
Yeah, 5-3 now for the Hitmen. We'll see if they're going to be able to get anything done here, specifically the tilted togglers, right? They've just got these pistols. They are stacking over on the A site.
They threw the same util there that you would if you were taking ramp, but again, they got to be aware of the eco because you did see them all back off in case there's a rush.
It's
not a rush. There is a step.
They do look a little scared, right? Like, it's not that they're that terrified, but they're a little. I'd say they are slightly fearful.
We'll just call it wary. They're wary of the possibility of giving away these guns.
I could get behind that. Wary seems like an available metric that we can use. Moose is going to look for the aggression. Dives takes Moose down quickly, though, with that one-shot headshot.
Yeah, again, those pistols not going to be the weapons you want to win the round, but get them in the right position and they can do some damage. And now the CTs will have 2 AKs. I would be surprised if we didn't see HG hunting a little bit, given their money. But I'm going to imagine H4K is going to want to save these guns, not take those fights if they can help it.
I think they generally don't want to take these fights. I think that's probably kind of where they're sitting at, right? Like, I don't know. Feels like one of those things that you just kind of you don't want to have to deal with at this point. These pistols.
So again, good work from all of their players on that round with the low buy to still get something out of it, still get 2 kills, come away with it with 2 AKs.
Seems like we will have a full buy here from the tilted togglers.
Probably one of those saved guns dropped over, and the op coming out for dives.
Yes,
see what he can get done.
This is the first op we've seen this game, right? So we'll see where is it going. It's going towards the A side. It's also glass. The B side. It's also glass cannon. So the tilted togglers kind of said, "Hey, look, Hitmen are hitting our sights really hard. We give an op somewhere, maybe we can hold it a little bit easier." But it looks like the Hitmen are just they're kind of sole focused on this A site. They seem to keep getting into it. So why wouldn't you be sole focused?
If it's going well for you, yeah, keep hitting it. And again, that's where the... Oh no, it looks like the op might be towards the B site now.
Yeah, it's been sitting there the whole game, so you want to push those rifles over to the A site. AJ's going to be the last one alive in this little mid push, right? It doesn't seem to be going great for Hitman. They've moved this off. They've pushed a little bit further, but Blaine's going to take dives down, and suddenly that not looking great is looking a lot worse now for the tilted togglers. Wolf has to retake this site. It becomes really hard when there's a player just to your right behind a wall. And now that Wolf is the only player alive, he's not expecting Blaine close. 3-7. Even with the adaptation from the tilted togglers, it seems that the Hitmen, they just kind of have their number right now.
They do. Again, they're finding all these openings. I'd be curious to see how many of these rounds the first kill went the way of HG, because it seems, again, like they're just finding every little gap in the H4K defense. Vertigo.
Flashes through to start. Blaine just trying to get somewhere, just trying to get a little bit of space over on the site. But again, look, they're stacking this A site so heavily. They've got 3 early, 1 mid, deep, and 1 on B. The 1 mid player will go down. That's Kenka for the T's. And Super takes down Blaine. So all of the T presence is now just sitting on this A site, but they have gotten into this A site every single round they've wanted it. They just continue to make this A site basically their home. Aid will come through, take AJ down to half health. Still some weaker weapons. Kwang jumps up, takes down AJ. One-shot headshot right there from the Mac, the MP9. Now it looks like the CTs are going to try and push through the smoke there. They haven't seen player on the side yet, but Moose does go down. He's in that little tiny off angle. Bones, last-ditch effort, tries to pick his head up, but it'll just be AKs gifted over the CTs now, and a little bit help for their economy. A little struggling economy there.
Yeah, strong retake from them there. 4 people coming alive, coming out of it alive. That'll be, you know, nice little boost for their morale in these last 2 rounds. Pick up that one, pick up this one. You've got a real game on your hands. Ganka now picking up the op on the T side. Listen, I'm an opper, but T side Vertigo is one of those ops I just cannot find any impact on. We'll see what he can do with it.
You absolutely can. There is like some amount of impact that you can find, right? Like you can sit here at the bottom of ramp and keep up with smoke. There's a couple angles, but it just feels so helpless so often. You can try for that early duel over on the site. It feels helpless so often. That bomb goes down though as Wolf takes the kill onto AJ. Now it looks like they're just all pulling back. Everyone's a little bit scared here. Last round of the half. Not much to lose here if you were to go down. So the Togglers want to make sure that they don't let the Hitmen get an 8th round here. That makes it really, really hard. And 2 kills from Superx and Kwang, respectively, is going to help that out a little bit. Bones and Moose are the last 2 people, and where are they? It's the A site. Where else would they be?
Ernesto's going back to what's comfortable.
Yeah, Ernesto's sitting in the same spot that Wolf was sitting in earlier. Are they going to check it? Okay, Ernesto's just kind of waiting. He's going to go up and over. Does take down 1. I don't even think they know the position yet. Bones is looking for it. At the end of the day, Tilted Togglers will get their 5th in the half. Cut that lead down to just 2.
Again, a strong retake from them there. Once they started just not taking those fights early in the game, early in the round rather, they had a little bit more to work with, a little bit more even fight later on as far as H4K goes. So happy to see it worked out for them. Strung 2 rounds together at the end again. Doesn't seem like a lot, but they say 2's a streak, right? So see if they can get that running the next half.
Feels like any amount is a streak.
It does feel like that at this point.
Right, it kind of feels like Tilted Togglers just need to get 1 or 2 in a row here. This pistol, it's not a must-win pistol, right? Like we say fairly often that, like, hey, you got to win this pistol if you want to get back. It feels like Tilted Togglers can kind of work their way through this without needing to worry about this pistol, but definitely make their lives easier. Molotov going to come through early, prevent Dibes and Ernesto from getting any mid space.
Pushing up a little bit here, cautiously clearing out these mid angles. So there's so many spots that you can just get caught off on. You don't check everything.
And with Ernesto just looking around all over the place, seems like Ganka will find him first. In the mid. A lot of damage onto the Hitman, but no confirmed frags yet. AJ's been taking down a good chunk too, just Pistol's doing a little bit of peppering. Seems like they're going to land on the A site towards the end here. Never mind. Take everything back. They were looking to land towards the A site and now are running away. Both Kwang and Dive seem that they've kind of got mid under lock. I say that as Dive gets taken down by Blaine. Now the 2 players still need to get onto the site. It's going to be a little bit harder with Blaine sitting there in that mid area. Gotten there. A lot of damage down on Blaine and Bones, both combined for only 33 HP. Moose is going to have to be the huge helper this round to make something happen. He's already getting pulled down in damage. He's got the 1 kill, but 200 HP players. Flash goes out to the side. They're ready for this. Wolfie swinging. Can't find anyone. Mark's got 2, though. Helping his teammate out. Wolfie will take that last one after the reload. Tilted Togglers win a pistol.
Oh, Super just putting down the cover fire there to find 2 players and bail his teammate out at Gen, because he was flashing double pushed. So if he goes down without finding at least one, that becomes a whole different round. But again, that's what we said, right? You got to rely on your teammates. He definitely stepped up there.
Stepped up and made it happen. Now it seems we got ourselves a little bit of a game, right? Pistols against the Lils over on the Tilted Toggler side. We've seen Pistols win a lot of rounds this game, but I don't know if a full USP save is really our saving grace here for the Hitmen.
It's gonna be that nade. It's got to find something.
It's not looking great to start. Bones took a little peek down ramp, but decided he didn't want to go there anymore.
Yeah, early kill and early damage onto the Hitmen. We talked about how the CT defense in the last half broke down early rounds.
I'm going to check this.
Oh, he does it the last second.
Could have been so bad. It could have been way worse. Ernesto looking to grab these kills in mid. Dives and Ernesto each combined to take the mid players down. Just Genka left. He's the only one. He's in elevators in a bad position, and Ernesto's got the frag. It's a tie game now. This is looking a little better than the first half.
Yeah, again, you just can't count these guys out. Can't count a team out in CS. I know even when you're down 11-1 after the first half, it seems a little scary, but you can always bring it back, and it looks like H4K is wanting to do just that. We'll see the buy come out now for HG. See what H4K can do against full bots CT side.
Full buys over for the CT. Nothing for the T's yet. They still got these Galils in the MAC-10, but they're just pushing on. They haven't checked yet. You see the back. AJ's going to walk out, going to try and get a lot of damage done. Does Ernesto's taking down Wolfie's just on 1 HP, but Kwang's got one through the smoke. In all intents and purposes, it's a 3-on-3, and that nade and that frag from Bones not helping the case for the Tilted Togglers. 2-on-2 now. Genka forced out by this Molotov. Trying to see. Looks away at the wrong time and manages to flick back onto Suprix.
Down to Dibes. Does not have control of the bomb, but see what he can find as he comes up towards the stairs. Or, excuse me, other side of the map. Going through CT.
It does just seem it's a little hopeless right now. The bomb is stuck. Dibes is the last. Just tried the free headshot onto one. He gets the second on the Bones. Second time Dibes has clutched up this game. He's making sure the Tilted Togglers stay in.
There we go, the GM having his clip, having his moment in the game, and he's had a few of the moments tied for the top of his team right now. So he definitely doesn't want to see his team fall out of this just yet.
No, he definitely wants to make sure that this team continues on. They keep pushing here, so we'll see how they continue on at this point. A full buy up here for the Tilted Togglers and just Deagle's alive for the Hitmen.
And this is one of those rounds you probably won't see a whole lot. Again, like we have seen, the pistols can have the impact, and Deagle especially with that damage coming in early on. Good nade on Twang. But you have to imagine it's gonna be a 9-7 shortly.
Yeah, ooh, that's a lot to go through early. No Deagle gonna get picked out there. It seems Bones just gonna be content with retreating and with his life.
He finds the first, and Deuce finding a nice headshot as well. Went to a 3v3. I don't think any of those guns are recoverable.
Ooh, that's
smoke
brutal.
down the elevator shaft.
Yeah, they really want to make sure that no one's under them. You know, just
No
in case
surprises.
someone Spider-Man'd down the shaft.
It's previous iterations of Vertigo back in CSGO when you could do that.
Yeah, that was awesome. That was a great time. I also, to be fair, I loved the original Vertigo where you could jump onto the B site through mid.
Oh yeah,
that little murder hole. It's excellent. It was a great time. The sandbags in mid. Ooh. So many places to check. It was excellent. It does seem, though, that the tilted togglers are going to pull on towards this the site, but there's a couple people behind. Genka's got 1 kill. This Desert Eagle. It's not for nothing yet. Ives and Ernesto, though, both have AKs. So does Bones and Genka. Moose is so close to Dibes. Sitting in the smoke is really dangerous, right? Once there's that one player over to the side. It seems we are having a little bit of a test. Yeah, I hear sound, I hear movement. It looks like the CTs have won the round.
Oh, well, there we go.
I'm sure but
a little bit of smoke and mirrors. We did see the smoke, so
I guess the mirror was just us looking at the gameplay over and over again. All right, seems like everything's back up and working, though. Tie game 8-8. It's close. This game is going to continue to be close.
Yeah, I'm hoping that we were right in our prediction with seeing all 3 maps, because this is some really solid CS that we're seeing this half. It's not just the individuals performing. It's the whole range of things, from individuals to team play to crazy rounds happening. Passive ramp control, like in the early round of the T's.
Really unfortunate right there that Wolfie's little partner, Quang, gets hit down a bunch. Doesn't seem like early in the round, right? The tilted togglers have been pretty good early, gaining space. They don't have much of it. AJ continues to be a thorn in their side as they try and push up this B stairs. Flash going to come out early, but he'll go behind one player at least. He does go behind Quang. Quang's able to take AJ down, and Dibes. It does steam by Moose. And Moose kind of sitting, hanging out. A's come flying through. Genka does see one through the edge of the smoke. Does see another through the edge of the smoke, and make sure to take that whole gap that they made in smoke. Take advantage of all of it and all the bullets in the clip. 9 to 8.
Everything coming out.
Yeah, really.
And those nades onto the planer. They did kill the planer after the bomb went down, where they got that early kill to put the T's on a back foot there and give the Hitmen the advantage. Then they were just able to capitalize on it. And that's when you just got to keep that pressure up, and that's exactly what they did. They saw how they were able to put a lot of again pressure onto the CTs. They just pushed on through that gap. Worked out for them. Found the kills from the smoke. It's fun with the CS2 smokes. When you shoot through them, it's not just the tracers you gotta see anymore. It's you actually see the person on the other side. They definitely use that to their advantage there.
Yeah, they did. Tactical timeout taken now for the tilted togglers. We're getting into the rounds where you kind of have to like really worry. Hitmen have this full buy, so they're just trying to make sure that tilted togglers trying to make sure that they know what they want to do this round. They know what they want to do next round when they actually do have money. Take this round as a little bit of a reset. Hitmen, though, looking to get into double digits. Looking to try and pull it through, not wanting to let the tilted togglers get more than 8.
Definitely don't want to let them get back into this, but a bit of util, bit of armor, a few upgraded pistols on the T side.
It's a mid-rush. It's a mid-rush. Wolfie's got the first onto Blaine. They're coming up and over here. Nade does a lot of damage, but it won't do as much damage as Wolfie's M4A1S. They're on the site already. Mac 10 to A1S. Just 2 Tech 9. Dibes being really aggressive here. Push down to the bottom of the stairs, making sure that there's no space for the Hitmen, choking them out of the site. Who's going to get taken out over on the crossover area? Trade right back. It looks worse and worse every single time. Ernesto's got one onto Bones, and it's just all onto Genka. He can't do much here. He's going to have to walk away, make sure he saves this weapon.
Yeah, he's got 2 teammates on under $1,000 right now, so as much as we're saying that it seems like HE has the better of this half, it's not been easy for them. They've not been able to run away with it, so that saved weapon is definitely going to count.
Yeah, he just made a
fantastic
sound there. He just made a sound there. They know where he is. Or at least think they do. He's just coming and running around shooting. Back 10 goes Burr, but the ladder jump goes even quicker.
Not quite fast enough.
So they will have a buy here, or at least some semblance of one, right? Genka, I believe, will drop over to Blaine. Moose will want to buy in here.
Again, a big round there for H4K. Like getting the kill in the mid, and then hitting the open site. One player on there worked perfectly.
Yeah, so we do see Genka pull out the AWP. This is the second time we've really seen an AWP on CT side this map. Dives in the first half was the first. See if it has a little bit more help than Dibes did.
I just don't think Dibes got the AWP out fast enough in order to have an impact on CT side.
One's looking over. There's Wolfie's there. Takes a headshot. Quick, clean, out. Now they're going to try and retake side hall a little bit. The AJ right there taking dives, but Moose will have to go down to Ernesto. So they haven't fully cleared side hall yet. They know Ernesto's around. Genka's looking towards side hall with his op. Just 2 players alive for the Tilted Togglers. They've got 4 alive on the Hitmen, so it's going to be kind of difficult for the Tilted Togglers to do this, but especially when AJ gets hit in the back from Kwong.
Yeah, that backstab is such a big thing when you have so much map control in other parts. Obviously, they had cleared out the rest of B and able to get AJ in behind, and that made the site hold heck of a lot easier. Even more easier when they get the kill there.
10-9. It seems that we go blow for blow on every single round here. The Hitmen pick. They want to get a win here. They don't want to have to go and fight on Anubis. Both teams, though, do play this map. We talked about it in the pre-show a little bit. That nade's going to do a good chunk of damage onto both Ernesto and Kwong.
Again, strong util usage at ramp early on is going to keep either side from really being able to get much. Moose does find the first kill on Kwong.
Looks like they're really concerned with retaking mid here, right? They saw that one player there. The smoke is going to be a nuisance here for the T's. They're just going to pass through. They're going to phase right through it. Frick was kind of looking for it, but target acquisition doesn't help. 2 players alive still, low health. Who cares? They're still alive. Super's brought down to 1 HP. Genka looking with the AWP, but he's got digged from the 9. Super's just using himself as a human flash.
If the T's had more HP there, they might have been able to run over this. Still has a chance with Dibes finding the first kill. Genka on the AWP will get 1. Nestor finding him through his teammate there.
No way you expect the other player in the same place. Moose clutches it up and manages to grab the AWP. They want to make sure they keep pulling it through. Genka was good with it this round. They want to keep forcing it.
Yeah, will be dropped over back to him, allowing him to buy some util around it. Solid hold there from the Hitmen. Was it Bones or AJ down there on a ramp? Snuck through the smoke and almost found 2.
Yeah.
Would have been nice, but...
Little target acquisition issues there. Aimbot wasn't working correctly. Just trying to be the bastion here for this side hall control. Trying to make sure that they get any of it. Doesn't seem like that will be in the cards for right now, though. Got that
stopped.
They had that little boost going for a minute there. They did take down Suprix over on the A site. I'm going to try and regress here towards mid. Make sure it's clean. Got 1. Kwong goes down. Reposition, flash through. All while that's happening. Trying to make a little space everywhere else. We see a player over towards B site try and poke their way up on the ramp. Ernesto, he's got so much space now, and he sees that there's players with a back turn. Bones, make sure to neutralize him there.
Yeah, the trigger discipline there. It's what you want to do is the right play, but it just doesn't work out sometimes. Frustrating for him.
Lane takes a couple shots, gets out, wants to make sure he lives. Make sure he uses his life here. Genka's very close by and can help out here. So is the rest of the team. They're all here now. Flash outside. Dibes, though, takes Moose down. His operator still hasn't come into play. But Dives grabs a 3K. What is that? Just
May have put up a
waltzed in.
wall. HG may have put up a wall there, but Dibes just, yeah, like you said, waltzed on in and said, "This is my site, and let me show you why."
I feel like you can kind of say that phrase to the Fresh Prince opening and have an interesting time there. This is my site, and I just waltzed in. Quick, nice little tech pause here. Obviously, it comes in the time of the most important rounds of the game. 3 rounds left. Hitmen get 1 round here, then they are on map point. Tilted Togglers just behind them on 10. This map's basically confirmed to be going the distance, or basically the distance anyway.
Yeah, Hitman, they've got a little bit of a low eco, so they may have to give this round over. You do have the M4 and MP9 already bought, so it looks like they are planning to force into it after this tech pause. I think the tech pause is over.
It is.
So they are going to force into it. Not gonna give the round. Not gonna give them 11. They want to keep them at 10.
I mean, if you don't buy in here, when do you buy in?
That's
right?
true. That's true.
You
Because you're
save
gonna give
for
them
1, and then you're forced to win 2 rounds before a T. If you lose this round here, then it kind of feels the same as if you just full saved. Your money's a little weirder, but it could be worse. They're trying to clear out mid. Blaine's been boosted up. That's probably the best place for him to be. Superix and Moose each trading kills. Blaine knows they're here. Walks through the duel. His aim's just a little off as he gets full flash. Dive's going to be able to take that kill. They're just trying to work up mid here. They can't get much space. This wall of smoke is not helping that much. And there's one player in Yanka waiting on the other side of this jump up. AJ's been taken down. Yanka's MP9 has to do work here. It does one. Moose, 1v3. He could be the guy. He's been the guy this whole map.
It's looking like he doesn't think he is that guy, though.
No, and I respect the save.
I do too. Yeah, absolutely.
Save feels right.
Because again, like we were saying, the eco, no matter which way you play it, it's a little bit funky going into these last couple rounds. So any little piece of util or armor or diffuse kit or weapon in this case, they can save over. It's gonna be big for them.
Yep. And the T's just want to make sure that they survive with these weapons, make sure they check every little hiding spot. They won't find Moose.
Maybe he's inside of that lift right there.
Yeah. You think the antlers would stick out if he was, though.
Mm-hmm. Maybe it's like prop hunt, though. You never know what's the actual person.
Imagine if there was a Counter-Strike mode that if you were the last person left, you could choose to go into prop hunt mode. That would be insane.
Oh, got to give Valve some ideas.
Someone's got to. All right, 11-11, tech pause again. What are they going to do, Hitmen, with this money? They just going to play for overtime now?
I think you got to, because if you buy into this and lose, then it's confirmed you're pretty much going to lose the map. If you give map point to your opponent, at least you've got something. I mean, you might stack a site with these pistols and just have the rifle bait them, depending on how confident Moose is feeling. And based on his score line of 24 and 14, he's feeling pretty confident. He might just solo on the B site and then put the pistols onto the A site or anything like that. But I do think you have to plan on giving this round up.
All right, we're just kind of hanging out here. It doesn't look like there's a server issue as far as I'm aware, so it does seem to possibly be a peripheral or a hardware issue on a player side. Note that I am completely speculating and I have actually no information. I feel like that last bit really important for me to state.
We operate with what we can, and it looks like it's Wolf that's having the issue. He's hopped out of the server.
Yep. Does seem to be one person crashed.
You want everyone on your team feeling good, ready to go, and obviously in the server is a good thing to be for these last couple of rounds. So that's what tech pauses are for. Why they're useful. Why they're helpful.
All right. So let's jump to our. This is a close enough game. We've been harping on it throughout the entire time. Hitmen here gonna make sure that they save through this round. Just want to use the one Deagle bot through on Genka. They will have enough money to buy an next round at current pace. They'll have somewhere in the 4 point something K range with this loss bonus. So they'll be able to get a buy-in. On the other side, Tilted Togglers, they've got some money on a couple of players, right? Ernesto's got 5.5K, but Kwong, Suprix, and Dibes all a little low. But they have weapons already, right? And they're going up against these pistols.
Yeah, I mean, even though H4K is obviously the favored one in this round, they still got to make sure that they're coming out of this clean, so that they have what they need to close it out after they're given the 12th round here, or after they earn the 12th round here, depending on how this round goes. Like I said, it's back and forth. No one's been able to string a lot of rounds together, so there's not much room to play with as far as giving up a few rounds at a time. Sometimes, when you have that early game that goes really well, you're going to have yourself on map point, and the other team might be on 4 or 5 rounds. You feel like, okay, we can get a little bit creative here. We can throw some extra money at the problem, and maybe take a few buys that we wouldn't take otherwise. But no, it's going to be important for them to come out of this with that. I think at least 3 players alive. If it's any less than that, they're going to be struggling.
All right, and it does seem like this is maybe a little bit more of an extended tech pause, so we are going to throw to a quick break. We'll be back once we've got everyone back in the server. All right, tech pause over. My new friend is middle of the round. 11-11. If you've forgotten where we are, Hitmen are on a little bit of a save here. Moose, the only one with the weapon. He will be one of the 3 players over towards this A site. Not worrying about mid yet. To be fair, Tilted Togglers, also not really worrying about mid yet.
Taking a lot of space B, though. Looks like 2 players push down the stairs.
I like
the stack
this.
going.
I like this from Moose. It's a stack they haven't used yet. It means that the Tilted Togglers may not be looking for it. Just looking between the 2 places. Does see a Molotov come through. Knows there's one there. Should have seen that. Kwong, able to get 1. That's good enough for right now. Has to run away. Your goal here is make sure Moose can get as many of these kills as possible. Put him in the best possible positions. He's already gotten 1. Kwong gets taken out a lot early. Eagle shot goes through. Going to take a good chunk of health off Suprik. Moose is still there, and 2 kills go in the favor of the Tilted Togglers. They're just running to the other side of the map.
Yeah, they know they have the firearm advantage still, so use that while you can. But Moose finds the first kill. He's already there with the M4.
Yeah, I feel like he's got to jump through this weapon over to someone else. Jenga gets 1. Nothing more than the 1. It's a 2v2. Now an AK over Moose's hands. M4A1S has been dropped over to Bones, and the site is not easily given up. Under 20 seconds left now. Wolf's got to make sure to get this bomb down. Big plant. Bones peeking out. Trying to see if we can get anything on Wolfie. No time left. Just none at all. Bomb is going to go down. Moose is going to get taken down. 1-on-1. Bones versus Wolfie. But it seems that Bones is able to grab it. So at the end of the day, the 1M4 plus 5 USP strategy. Make sure to get through. And the Hitmen now are a really good place to try and take this next round.
That is a massive round from Moose and then Bones there at the end in the 1v2. Clean the site up and get the defuse. But yeah, they were on such a low buy. Now they're going to have everything they want, really. You know, everyone's going to be able to buy the util and the guns come out. Not that H4K won't, but they're going to be a little disappointed in themselves about giving an important round away to pistol.
Round could be it for the Hitmen in this game. Could close the map out. Could also force them to overtime. The issue with the buy on either sides is that 1 glue over on Kwong. And it seems the Tilted Togglers are once again looking to try and guard out hitting A.
It's always the A hit early on. Well, that util, and Ernesto gets the brunt of that util. Down to 27 HP before even really seeing.
It feels like the Tilted Togglers T side has just not felt as dominant as the Hitmen's did. Wolfie's got into the site though. Can he get anything more? He can't. Blaine's able to take 1 down. 4v4 still. Kwong's sitting on the other side of the smoke, but both Kwong and Ernesto are low HP. Jump up. He does. He gets taken out. Kwong couldn't get it quick enough on Blaine. And Blaine is just single-handedly holding the site. They've moved the bomb over here. They moved players over here to the T side, and now they don't have any entrance in.
They're going to have to start thinking about taking space in mid or running back to A. Dibes is there in mid. He's going to start activating now. He sees that flash come over. It's going to be slow here in these last 20 seconds.
Yeah, only 20 seconds left. They've got to start moving quickly. Ernesto's the one with the bomb. Flashes over to the side. Let's see if they push through the smoke. They're going to go around it. 10 seconds left now. It's going to be really hard. Supers goes there, but Moose and Ganka grab 1 each, and Tybes just has a little target issue. But the Hitmen had a strong first half. They finish out that game. Just a little bit of a bumpy road on the way there. So Hitmen take their map pick. We go to Anubis next. You have any last-minute thoughts on this?
Nah, just like you said, it was a strong T-half from the Hitmen, and they were able to carry that momentum over into their CT side, whereas H4K just didn't seem like they were able to really string together too many T rounds.
Yeah, it felt like a game of T sides, right? That the Hacker Haven T side just didn't feel as dominant as the Hitmen T side did. So we're gonna take it from there. We're gonna go to a quick break. We'll be back with map number 2 right after this. All right, everyone, welcome back. We're about to start the pistol round of map number 2. Let's remind you, if you weren't here for map number 1, it was a close map. We went all 24 rounds, but the Hitmen took it 13 to 11. We're now here on the Tilted Togglers map. The Anubis. All-top going to go quick, trying to prevent a little bit of a mid-rush, and it will kind of work. Green's got one, but quickly traded back by Ernesto, and they're looking to collapse quickly into this A site.
The A main flank coming in as well. They've got control of the entire site. Or the CTs can rotate over. First one coming out from Ernesto. Shortly after. And both finding kills. Low HP on both of the key players here.
And both the T players are gone. So quickly, though it was a tilted toggler site take, will be a Hitman pistol round. They're starting off where they ended up on the last map.
Yeah, gonna have that defensive mind, and they're gonna feel comfortable in those CT positions with CT models and everything. Not that it makes much of a difference what your player looks like, but just gonna make them feel more comfortable being on the same side with the same goal and look at that first round. Plant does come through though, so we will see a buy from H4K. See if this launches back into the force buy wars that we saw in the first round.
God, I love the force buy wars.
It's so entertaining.
It's my second favorite type of wars. Star being my favorite, obviously.
That's a good one.
Yeah, it is a good type of wars. Alright, a couple shots through. It does seem the T's bought up into this. They got the plant, they got a bunch of kills. Does make sense.
The spam coming through that deep box smoke. It's not.
They've got no map space. Like, literally nothing.
Yeah, contrasting with the early fast play from last round. Taking their time here with getting some. CTs aren't taking too much either.
Everyone's taking and giving what they're taking and giving. Moose has got the trade, though. Ernesto grabbed that first and mid, but Dibes will pay for his teammates' crimes. It looks like they've got mid. They're replaying the pistol round.
Yeah, same plan.
Wolf's got another kill in, but this time AJ's a little bit quicker on this flank with Moss. And Moose is trying to prevent the bomb from going down. He's got one, but gets traded out quickly. 3v2, such low HP over on the Tilted Togglers. Bones can do a lot here with just a little from heaven. That's got one already. AJ's got another on Ernesto, and that's most of the health taken down. Just Wolfie left. Sitting in the middle of the site. Bad place, bad time. AJ takes him down.
That is such an awkward spot to be left in, playing around cake there on the site when you know they're coming in from both sides, and you know you don't have the HP to fight either of them. But still a plant for H4K, and a close round as well. Only 2 pieces surviving. Like upgraded pistols, we'll see. So much more, quote unquote, normal CS start.
Right, depending on how normal you think it is.
How normal, exactly.
Alright, round 3 starting just Tech 9s over on the Tilted Toggler side. I would normally say, hey, we don't expect much from this, but, well, the entirety of the last map was, well, pistol wins, so.
Yeah, everyone's having an impact with those pistols this game. Eagles, USPs, or an HE there on Wolf.
Yeah, that nade's gonna... That chunks a bunch. Dibes, though, grabs a kill on the Bones. And AJ's already, like, overwhelmed here in the middle of the site. He's got one, but super crits the trade. Anytime there's a trade against pistols, it favors the pistols so heavily. They get these weapons now. 2 M4A1Ss, and Moose is going to try and peek through the smoke a little bit. Doesn't see anything to start. Rick's got 1 onto Janka, and 2 onto Moose, and he's helped with the 3rd onto Blaine. The Tilted Togglers win their first round off of the unlikeliest of buys.
Yeah, we were saying, you know, again, the pistols, well, we're not going to count them out entirely, and that's why they have that impact. Like you said, you get that trade, you've now got some weapons in your hand, and you're able to just pace up that round pretty quickly. Was interesting to see 2 players kind of standing in that smoke there, and I think Boost decided to go through, and Blaine had to push through the smoke to support him as well, and they were being watched. A little bit of a back into that. Now to the pistols.
CT and they're ready for it, but these AKs are starting it hot with the Quang 2K, 3K. Sorry, we need one of those whiteboards so I can keep crossing numbers off. We may not cross many more numbers off as they're looking to take this B site. By take, I mean it's taken.
Surely the CTs will just go for damage here. I mean, Bones, he might save the armor, but although now he's taking some damage and gotten the gun, so he'll definitely save that.
Kind of waiting out here. They want to make sure that they can save this one rifle through. So Toggler's working now.
I think they've got enough money they can hunt here. They've got the comfortability of having an advantage and having 4 guys alive. You send a hunt, I think they're just gonna go as a pack. They're all gonna go, and oh, this is gonna be tough for Bones. So we can here. Finds first and right, it's swung on the other side.
I mean, if you're Bones there, you kind of take the 1 kill as a win.
Yeah, I mean, you got to.
You ain't getting both, so as long as you can take 1, that's kind of all you can hope for there.
Might be another round before we see a buyout of Hitmen. Another one of pistols, but should still be some sort of defense coming out. A lot of nades. They might nade stack something here. There are 4 of them going together.
Well,
that'll be mid.
It's been a really big nade. Ernesto's got 1, and so much damage has been done to the rest of them. This is the only one on low HP, but it's not stopping his step. Not harshing his vibe. Trying to come up with other ways to say the same thing, but I'm losing them.
I don't have that many synonyms in my head right now.
My thesaurus game isn't what it used to be. I gotta pull out Merriam-Webster again. That's what I'll do in between map 2 and map 3 if we get there.
You gonna pull up a physical book, or you're gonna just pull it up on the website?
I think what I have to do is I have to Google random word and then look at the thesaurus for said random word.
Gotcha, there we go.
Alright, Super spotted out the 1 player. Wolfie's grabbed a 1 onto the Moose. Super's got 1 onto AJ, and it just looks clean, clinical, tactical, surgical.
There we go, the thesaurus coming in handy.
The thesaurus is working now.
And despite 2 players being on low HP there, Ernesto and Wolf, they come out on top. They come out with all 5 alive. And that now you can see how flush the Ts are with money. 7K, 6K, 9K, 5K, 6K. So they've got plenty of guns, plenty of money to deal with here. This is where I was saying in the last map, you kind of have a little bit of extra money, just throw money at the problem.
Ernesto's going to be using these nades to try and chunk some damage off early, and that's a lot to go down early. 5 HP on 2 different players and another 10 on another.
Yeah, that's a great start. Those mid util pieces can be so impactful if you can walk right away without your turn. Wolf finding 1, being traded by Bones. Trades going back and forth. On top of the site.
Yeah, but that's the thing. That's the biggest thing they have the site, and they're able to set up smokes towards Palace and the back ledge. And so goes grab that kill before the back ledge smoke gets through. It's just Moose left. He's sitting on the back ledge, but what can a Moose really do?
Not much. Can't really hide too much. He's a big animal. Got the antlers sticking over the smoke.
Yeah.
Quang will find them.
Feels like his antler has been a little clipped so far in this map.
Yeah, not having the impact that maybe he was last half.
Yeah, he was a huge reason why that they were able to win last game and keep pushing through even when it got a little tough. So they really are looking to Moose to try and get this going again. Jenka is the other person that you had talked about before the game. They're also a little deep in the ball in their bag right now, trying to get stuff working for them. A lot of damage early.
Yeah, again, huge nade. The util damage from H4K has just been great all of this map. Definitely a setup they know that they've practiced. Looked like a little bit of a boost going on there in mid too. Look over the smoke, but couldn't find anything, so they'll fall off a bit.
They're just sitting many over in that E-box area, trying to make sure that they can see anything, but doesn't look like anyone's going E-box, and both teams have determined that we may not actually care about E-box.
And again, just a slow start from H4K, very methodical, clearing all these angles, using their util, and then they found that first kill, and that's when the pace kicks up.
Yeah, that's when Blaine is going to be activated, but nothing will actually get activated. Dive's got 2 here on the round. Bones is going to take him out quickly, though. That is a thorn in their side on trying to plant the bomb, and AJ Moose are right behind. Bones has his AK now, which makes it even harder now for the T's to do anything. He's got one on Quang. Traded out quickly. Been dropped back over to Moose. They've seen him. Super knows. He's got one. Moose has another. But Super trades right back every single time someone gets a kill. Someone else trades it right back.
Yeah, they're just playing in the right kinds of positions, the right spacing between each other. They're aware of where their teammates are. And you can tell these guys have good chemistry because they know what their teammate is going to do, and they're able to play around that. They're able to make the right follow-up play and support play if they need to, or the right trade. Spot to make that as well. It does go down. It's really good to see.
Seems like this is our first real gun buy in a really long time, right? We saw it early, but the rounds early were so all over the place. It feels like both teams haven't really gotten their ego together. But the Togglers, though, they've got money now. They're ready to use it. Hitmen they're a little cash poor at this point. The op has come out on Jenka.
Yeah, and he's posted up over towards the A site there. That's one of the common places you'll see on this map to put the op, is solo holding that A site early on, especially with mid aggression that H4K has been using. They're going to want some extra players there on the CT side. And then rotate over when the hit comes in onto A.
That smoke's not really going to help Ernesto's plan here. He's going to try and see if he can walk into this fading smoke. Blaine's stuck between a rock and I think that's a wooden pallet. But either way, he doesn't have much of an ability to watch both these angles at the same time as Dives grabs the first. Ernesto's got one, but Blaine does take the trade back. So right now it's helping Tilted Togglers again. Just one death for them, 2 kills across the board. The Hitmen kind of seem a little stumped about where they're going. Where anyone's going. Oh, Bones got 2. Wolf's got another one. He's going to grab this bomb. 2v2, but the bomb's in the right place at the right time, and they're trying to make sure it gets down before anyone, especially Blaine right now, gets through on the site. That Molotov going to prevent it from coming up Palace.
Take coming in from Blaine does get mollied off, so he'll have to wait that out if he wants to come through Palace. Can't go posting up towards CT looking for a pick with the up. It does look like there's a smoke up. No kit on either of these 2 players. I don't know if there's one down on the site, but they're going to have to pick the space up here shortly if they want to change it around. Wolf finds the first one onto Blaine. Now it's just the op. Genko looking at the right spot. See if he can find a shoulder around the pillar. He did see him fall off. This is the shot, though. Wolf clean up that round, asking for the op. Will say no. Great round.
Right there, I can tell you exactly what happened in voice chat right there. I'm certain about this.
What you got?
So Janko was looking at it, and he didn't see the player jump. And all of his teammates went, "You saw him, you saw him." And then he moved.
It's the classic call out, right? He's right there.
But it was just like, he just didn't see him. He just didn't see him, but his teammates did. The teammates knew the sauce. One shot through for Blaine, won't hit Ernesto. Molotov going to prevent Moose from going anywhere, but the shot plus the Molotov takes him down.
And that mid util is so suffocating when it's used right. H4K knows how to use it. Now they're able to creep up. Still waiting for.
They just keep waiting until the Togglers seem to have this on lockdown right now. Ernesto's going to grab that onto Blaine. Yanka's got one onto Wolf, but can he hold this whole site with just a deagle? He's got two on. He's got Ernesto now as well. And he take Dibes? No. Dibes will get the trade. These deagles are ringing true right now. Oh, rough shot there from Bones. That could have been their entrance back into the round. AJ does grab it. AK now for him. No,
that is
super able to grab two, but that was way closer than I think it needed to be.
Oh, that is not what you want to see when you pick up a gun and take a fight. It's just hearing that click, knowing that there's no rounds in your mag or your chamber there. But yeah, it was a close round. Those Eagles from Genka, I think two of them. Good to see him coming alive there. 5 totals now. Will be back on top. It's by double up. Inside.
I do like the double up. I think it's a good adaptation. Haven't been seeing a huge amount of success. Genka and Bones both pulling out big green.
Bones moving over towards the E-box there. Not anything else.
A lot of bullets, a lot of places, and no one's really seen each other, but there has been death, destruction, and dismemberment on the server. Dive's been taking that to just 12 HP. He is the knight in Monty Python, preventing anyone from crossing the bridge.
It's just a scratch, down to 12 HP for him.
It was quiet. Everything could just go silent. Less silent now. Bullets starting to go. Wolf trying to make sure this team knows where it is, but the counter Molotov going to come right through. Wolf burned alive a little bit. We're going to go through, but they're going to push through this. Wolf just sits on the edge of the smoke. AJ's got one. AJ has so much power here. He just needs to wait it out. Blaine's got one on the dive. That was the low HP player. AJ's spamming in the right place, but to find anything. He's sitting behind this half wall. They know where Ernesto is. They got a lot of shots down. They got a lot more shots on him. He's sitting on literally 1 HP. 1 HP. The 1 HP is all he needs. Takes the frag onto Genka. Those togglers are running away with it. Now.
Do you think because I know what I was gonna say, but do you think if Genka doesn't switch to the M4 there and just keeps the angle with the pistol that he had, do you think he gets that kill?
No.
Or at least has a chance. You don't think so? Okay. I thought he would. I thought he made the right call.
That's the right call, is that he would. But I believe in fate and the power of vibes. And Genka was on one there, and he wasn't going to be stopped. Whoever got that kill, it wasn't Genka. I'm going a little insane, but they were on something there. There was some vibes. It was predestined.
It's just one of those rounds he feels comfortable and is just going to keep getting kills no matter what.
Exactly. Speaking of getting kills, Steve's got a lot of shots down onto Genka, but no confirmed frag yet.
Does seem to be a heavily weighted game in favor of H4K now. They're just looking for that D again. They've been on this whole game. Everyone, that HG side, but not able to find it.
It looks like they're going to try and end over on this A side. There are two players here, both with Desert Eagles. Ooh, a lot of shots ring through, but no one's hitting anything. Supers manages to get one, but Loose is being dangerous with this Desert Eagle, but it won't be long. Quang takes him down. This is such a dominant half right now from the Tilted Togglers. There's a possibility of 10 rounds.
It is. They could all drop a couple guns and still have enough to throw a couple guns out of the map and still have enough to buy themselves. And yep, pistols come out. Everyone has their choice. But yeah, it's been so strong from H4K this half. They have that really good pace. So if they start off the round with the util and mid suffocate player, that position. They started off really slow, methodically for that first kill, and then they're all just in a good position to collapse. sighting. Also.
Goes to Quack, but it will be a quick trade over. Making sure everything's good. Genka's already super deep over in Rugs and able to get a kill. So quickly, this aggression from Hitmen has helped out so much. Bomb's been planted. It's still a 3-on-2, no matter what they can.
Yeah, it's gonna be a retake. Goose does find first kill there. Now they know where the op is. They know he's in the position. Wolf's looking for him. Wings out from Pizza and finds the kill. All into Genka.
It's all into Genka. Genka was the guy we talked about before the match, but he won't be the guy we talk about after the match right now. 10-2 for Tilted Togglers.
That is, look at that scoreboard. That's not what you want to see.
No.
If you're on the HG side and you see this come up in the half, it's just like, man, we won pistol, we won the follow-up, and then we let them run over us for 10 rounds. Meanwhile, H4K is feeling good, to put it lightly.
They're feeling quite excited about that. I'd be willing to say. And right now,
Yeah,
it
and everyone's...
It looks like we're going to map 3 right now. Like, the way this stands, this is a no-brainer ancient for us tonight.
Yeah, I'm really excited to see map 3, see who's able to come out of this stronger. Because again, we're assuming, right, that H4K wins, so, you know, Caster's Curse might be a thing. We're not trying to do that, but assuming H4K wins, you're going to lose all of that momentum that they got from putting out in that first map.
Yeah, and that first map was the Hitmen pick, and you had said ahead of time that, like, hey, both these teams do play Vertigo, but right now it's not looking like Hitmen know really how to play Anubis.
Yeah, it's worth noting that.
What a flash! What a flash and a nade. Dive's able to walk out from the pillar, stay alive. Behind them now, Nesto and company. They've just collapsed on this site so quickly. The dual Berettas go through, responsible for 3 kills in the round.
Yeah, that's huge. Just be able to charge in with the dualies there. Once your team gets the advantage, that's how you want to use them, and that's exactly what Ernesto did. I think this is one of those situations where, yeah, doesn't really make a whole lot of difference whether you buy or save this round. They are going to buy up 5 HEs on the side for each team. Looking like it's going to be a mid stack, and it will be.
Oh my goodness, that's so much damage early at the boost.
Even though they get the kill with the HEs, yeah, it comes out
oh my goodness.
almost even with the util damage.
I think it's actually a little Tilted Togglers favored right now.
Yeah.
Just a couple of weapons, they're being forced back, but oh my, one shot kills so many people here.
And that's all unarmored HP too. I mean, nothing to absorb that damage.
I've got one, I've got 2. The FAMAS, it's good for 3. 4. And that's it. So all those nades early, they were brutal for the Tilted Togglers to start. They took down one player, but hey, end of the day, they take it over to match point. It's close.
You're feeling much better. It is very. It's close.
It's close,
as
but
far
it's not
as,
close at all.
Yeah.
Like that last round felt really close because of the nades, and then the FAMASas got involved. So we'll see how they feel, how they fare in this one.
Full AK's out on the east side. They'll look to find the opening again. They did get that first kill last round, but again, like you said, all the damage did not. Will find head of die.
And the head of Quang. Trying to find these early picks, and it seems that Tilted Togglers aren't really worried about winning on this round. They've got a couple that they can play with. No reason to over-aggress, over-assert themselves, over-push themselves out of contention here. No one cares if it's a 13-3 or a 13-2. AJ grabs that kill onto Ernesto, and they're just taking the site now.
Yeah, that 5v3 disadvantage came in, then H4K was right to just give that side up, and now they're going to post up, see if they can find something. Again, like you said, they have the money, they have the round to play with, so they might try and go for this, just do some damage. But
well, you say
not
they
looking
have the
likely.
money, but they don't really
Well-
have money. Right, we're in the third round of this half. So
That's true, that's
that
true.
money isn't as there as you'd kind of expect it to be. So Wolf going to be saving this M4A1S. Makes sense. The MP9 going to be saved as well. That SMG will come in handy later down the road.
Still the potential for a kill here. It is, I guess they're not really hunting too much. AJ and Blaine posted up relatively close CTs, but it doesn't look like anyone's advancing, so there won't be any more contact this round. 12-3. Previous halftime score is now our current score here in the second half. Will be, again, a low buy. Well, maybe it will be a couple guns dropped over, so it will be a full buy, of course, onto H4K. Looking to close it out here. 3 M4s, quite a bit of util. Flying on the Deagle.
Molotov's going to come through to start, but right now, it's just looking like quiet everywhere. Nesto's going to be just on this USPS on his own. But everyone else in the game's got a rifle or an SMG to deal with. Hitmen are going to try and make a lot of space in mid here, but we'll see how much they can. Kwang's Deagle was good earlier tonight, but it doesn't seem good anymore. 4 HP left on the top of the player. Trooper goes out first. Grabs one with that MP9. Kwang able to pick it up later. Nesto gets shot down by Bones, and now it's just looking like an A play early. Bomb goes down.
Trying to reposition.
Full retake on the books here. Kwang's got one. Swings out. Wolfie's out. They're just using themselves as human flashbangs. Wolfie's got another. 1-1 now, and Moose grabs one, but Wolfie with the 3K in the round. That's it. That's the map. Going to H.
That was the exact opposite from what we saw in Vertigo.
Yeah, really. Vertigo, we saw this like one by one, and it was brutal the whole way around. And that map was just tilted togglers from round 3 onwards.
Yeah.
So, anything you want to point out about that game? How can we get Hitmen back into this game just for Ancient?
It's got to be the mental. You have to have the resiliency to be able to say, you know what, guys, we lost that game 13-3. Let's not take anything from it. Let's just play our next game. We know that we are more familiar on Ancient than we are on Anubis, so let's just look to the future. It's 1-1. It's best of 1 now. And that's how you got to look at it. You can't focus on that loss too much. That's really all that you can really take from that game.
All right. Well, on that note, we are going to also take a quick break. Hopefully, HG and H4K both do as well. We'll be back with map number 3, Ancient, to determine the Season 13 Challenger champions. Hi, pistol round, map 3. Challenger finals. Hacker Haven's Tilted Togglers versus HG's Hitmen. And Ganka gets a kill onto Wolf. Moose on one onto Dives. And quickly, it seems that what could have been an excellent sight pick for the T's is falling apart. Ganka just tries to get anything more. Bones are able to get one. Dragon from Ganka now, and just last player in Donut. Is over on this side bit. Lined up, but Blaine is too close, too ready for it. The Hitmen will take this first pistol round. Hi, everyone. Welcome back to map 3.
That is a state win on the pistol from HG. Like you said, great fight take from H4K, but Gank in particular did a good job of staying alive there in Temple. Around Brokey and just being ready for the retake and everyone took their shots. Really strong performance from them. We'll be able to get full buy going to this next round, but again, the plant coming through, so second round is still in question.
Yeah, I mean, we're assuming it was a good sight take. We also didn't see it, so we're staying at.
We're just trying to gas H4K up a little. That's all.
Yeah, exactly. All right, first 2 kills in for Tilted Togglers. They've got buy in, even though they lost the last. Inka's got 1. Quickly gets taken down. Just a 2v4 so quickly and easily. Anytime these rounds are as close as the last one is.
Yeah, and H4K definitely no stranger to Ancient. So it might be a little more complicated. Nope, they will go ahead and clean it up. Dibes and Ernesto both finding kills. But yeah, neither side really a stranger here. H4K having played it 5 times in the regular season, only dropping 1 of those games. And HG playing it twice, also with only 1 loss. So definitely a good map for this series to end on. Just like either side has a chance to win, both sides now have a round. Trading rounds at the start.
This map feels like it's going to be closer to Vertigo than Anubis to me.
I would hope so. I hope.
I really hope so. Both of these seem to know how to play it a little bit more. They're looking for that early shelf control.
One hanging around elbow down there. Looks like 2 players. Not quite.
This is something we haven't seen the entire time we've been watching already, which is like, where's the aggression? Where's the push? It like we haven't seen any of like quietness this entire series so far, and now on Ancient in round 3, we get silence and we get Moose catching career off filter. Doesn't matter.
Catches him with the nade in his hand, but his teammates there support him and get the kill. Looks like it's going to be a fake exec onto B. Bomb coming back out through T-spawn.
Yeah. Ooh, shot through from that USPS, but it's so long range, it doesn't really do much. They're just sitting here. All they have to do here is not totally flub it, but Janka's going to start making them flub. Says a nice trade back, but Eagle can do anything. Shot taken. Another shot taken. None are landing, though. Kwang and Lame ready to be locked into a little duel here as Bones looking to come out of the donut position here, trying to get anything. I think they both kind of want to die there. Kwang's going to take 2. Tilted Togglers up. 2-1.
Yeah, they definitely want to die there. There wasn't a whole lot to save, not a whole lot to carry into the next round, so they'll want the money, they'll want the buy, and let's see if they could have tried to do some damage to T's, but unable to. Will be another save here coming out from HG. USPs and some util.
It doesn't look like, at least early, that the Tilted Togglers are looking to try and take much early mid presence.
Oh, look at it, main. They just walk past each other. Both groups walk past each other. Now the contact comes through. Blaine finding 2 kills, though.
I mean, it's 2 and 2, but Those 2 kills for the CTs right now worth way more than the 2 kills for the T. They get these rifles, and they feel like they're able to kind of compete in this round again. Interesting that Dives and Kwong are looking to go where they know the CTs are.
Maybe they're counting on potentially A main being given up to hold the site with those rifles, which exactly what happened, but still an interesting choice to reconnect in that spot.
Mm-hmm. It's quiet. Like this, it's so odd, right? Because we're just sitting. We're doing everything in this match so far has been speed and power. Now, trying for finesse. We've gone from a Jeremy Clarkson approach to a James May approach.
Yeah, no one wants to be that player, you know, that gives away an opening in any round of this grand finals. AJ finding Wang.
That's gonna be really hard to deal with now. Bones is in the back of the site, able to take down 2.
Great plays across the board on the CT side there, from the 2 kills with USPs in A main against rifles, all the way to that site hold. AJ finding the 1, stopping the plan, allowing Bones to line up the last 2. So they'll be feeling good about that one. And now into the game. We are here with buys on either side.
Now we've
scoreline.
Now we've reached the match. Cooper's got 1. He won't get another, but the Bones in the middle, making sure his namesake sit on the floor. 3 kills, 1 in the flames and 1 in the fire.
Both sides going back to their old ways of the early fast plays there. We've seen a little bit of a slower pace coming out from everyone, like you were saying, but once people feel comfortable with what they have in their hands and in their pockets, they keep that pace up, and this time it goes the way of Hitmen. H4K not out of the round, though. Have the bomb. Might be spotted.
Yeah, that smoke going out early is going to prevent any help from coming in, but Bones is right behind Kwong. It won't be long in this round for Kwong. 3-2, Hitmen. They're starting to make some tempo, starting to get their stuff together. It's 2 in a row.
Yeah, they're going to look to string rounds together now, and they may find another one here. Again, pistols not to be counted out of this match, clearly, from what we've seen across all 3 maps, but we have the knowledge of what CS is supposed to look like, right? So we think these pistols might not have the impact enough to win this round. She might go up on the floor, but there's an accident on the side. That's pushing Molly. Great space on the site. Not that one. There's 1 in cave and 1 in sight, but the rifles are too much. Dives does find 2. That accident put to use, but
how?
Is it going to be enough?
How did Ernesto get the plant? How did he just kind of stood there in the middle of the site and just got the plant? I don't get it.
Oh, there was so much space. I think the B site was almost entirely open. They maybe had the player cave, and then I guess no, they had 2 caves. So yeah, that's really lucky from him to get that bomb down.
That's just what happened there.
Trying to find a reasonable explanation for it, but
no, there's none. It doesn't exist. He just magically got the bomb down, and that's what we're going to stick with. All right, 4-2 now. Hitmen starting to get a couple rounds together. And they've got a buy in here. Both sides have a buy. Full AKs basically across the board. The only players without them. Moose with the off. Lane X. There's no before. I was going to run straight through this Molotov. Looking to be aggressive in mid. Doesn't see anyone in Donut. No one's at the Donut shop today anyway.
It's a great smoke to extinguish the molly as he runs through. Maybe a little bit of miscommunication on util there. Ernesto does find the head of Genka, though.
I mean, that's the good start. That's how they want to start it. Ernesto will be heard here by Bones. Bones knows. I like this from Bones, making sure that, hey, I know where you are. Oh, no. This is...
A bit of ring around the
This is
rosy
one
here.
of the funniest interactions I've ever seen. Ernesto ends up going down to Bones not before they play ring around the rosy 3 different ways. Planning to get one, but he's getting shot at. Half health taken down. Smoke out. Try and run away.
Yeah, lost those fights towards A, and they're just going to try and create space and come at it from another angle. The other angle is mid. Dibes finding the red room player, pulling back off, trying to regress on A. Bomb now coming to reunite with him. All 3 T players there in Donut. This will be where the round ends with 25 seconds on the clock.
He's just quiet. Bones is the last guy here. Not looking in his direction either, but Molotov goes through. First kill down. See the player with the bomb. Starts now. Bones just trying to get away from this AG. No more shrapnel in his leg.
Oh, he catches a glimpse of him.
Oh, it's just on Kwon. Hitting on the side of the box. But the side of the box is going to slam shut on him. It's buried 6 feet under.
Another strong defensive showing from Hitmen. Didn't see it in that last map, but we did see it. Vertigo, and now that they're back with a new game, they're able to carry that momentum over, and seen a few retakes come through, seen a couple good site defenses and holds come through, so definitely feeling good on that CT side. Timeout now for H4K as they want to see what's going on. They want to talk over some stuff. It is a very good timeout. Good
Right,
time to take
it's been 4 in a row here now for Hitmen. They're starting to get their vibes going. They're starting to get it rolling along. Why did my watch just talk to me? These are questions we cannot ask ourselves. 4 rounds in a row, right, is kind of brutal when you're trying to make some space on this T side for the Tilted Togglers. They want to get going a little early to make sure that they have a good place in for their CT.
Looks like HG is going to just try and hammer home this defensive advantage to bring out a second op. To Jenka now. Moose with it previously and made it work, so see what Jenka can do with it. Did you tilt thrown? No one there to receive it this time.
It looks like Subrick is just kind of trying to make some space in mid, which is a little different than what we've been seeing. They've been kind of giving this up and using nades to take some of it back later along, but having one on ledge early is probably going to be a helper.
Really worried about there being a player down there by those boxes, but now the smoke's cleared, they'll confirm that's not the case.
Yeah, they just have no vision there, right? It's really hard for them to do anything because there is no vision. But no one's even looking towards mid. Moose is starting to think about it again. Ernesto spots the shoulder of Blaine.
Couple of rounds flying towards him, but no damage dealt. 50 seconds left here.
I mean, it just looks right now everyone's slow. They're feeling very methodical, and once in a while they'll throw in this really quick round.
Yeah, no one wants to make that first misstep. But sometimes, you know, teams just have to do something. 30 seconds left, do something. Find the first kill is what they'll do. Find the second or third kill. AJ does find one in return. Site now under control. Okay, they'll want to make sure they don't get spammed through those smokes.
I mean, it just everything looks so hard for Hitmen to retake this site. They've got the double off. They have one AK, and it's not really planted in any way that they can kind of get in here.
It's not. It's going to be difficult for them to find some kills with both those up. Sure enough, I've taken one of them down. The other one in the corner. Don't find one. Oh, the no scope onto Ernesto, but looks cool, but it's not enough.
No, it's not. it's not enough at all, and it seems like it's one round, but it seems that the Hitmen just kind of found their first falling out with the double op setup, and instantly they go to 5 rifles. They can't afford to go to a double op anymore, but they went to 5 rifles real quick there.
Yeah, yeah. It's a good experiment, but you don't have that many rounds to play with, so. Wang taking the early kill. Super also finding one well blind. So that will be mid open.
That's mid for free. Blaine and Ganka both get their own kills, but wait, that actually really hard now for Tilted Togglers to do anything. They're really spread apart. Blaine gonna flash out a little bit. Looking for anyone to look there. The free sight over on. Is that? No. Okay. Sorry. Had a little head incident go on there, as I thought that the boxes on the A site looked like the bomb on the ground and was confused why no one. Because it kind of looks like the bomb.
It does look like that. I see that. That's
right.
It looked like the bomb was dropped and
Right.
T player ran right past it.
I thought a player just dropped it there.
You gotta actually press E to place the bomb, not just drop it.
Right. Oh my god, Dives. I didn't give Dives what the semblance he needed from that, but
oh, for sure. No. It was a good round for me. It was a good good clutch there with the bomb down, finding 2 kills.
All right. 5-4. This is getting closer and closer every single minute, looking more and more like Vertigo. It had the ability, it had the legs to start looking like Anubis, but Tilted Togglers seem to be shutting down the Hitmen here. Flashes out early. That nade's going to do a good chunk of damage onto Wolfie and Super.
Big nades.
Eagle could do a lot. Got one. On the Super. He's got a nade. That smoke should allow him to pick up that AK. He's looking right over it. Take Jenka down. It's just 2 players left now for the Tilted Togglers. Wolfie goes down as well, and it's just Hives. He's got no HP. That's it right there. As the Hitmen pick up a round, they probably shouldn't have pistols. Going to be the catalyst to help win them that.
Puts an end to H4K putting a couple rounds together.
Everyone's just kind of starting to put rounds together, and that's kind of, I think, once we hit this next half, that's where we're really caring about it, right?
Yeah, no, it creeps up on you, but we already are approaching the end of this first half. Round 11 here. Lots of early damage coming out of Wang. Will be the first death. Super finding 2 with the pistols, so this is now a really competitive round here for H4K. Super with 3.
They're kind of working through them one at a time, making sure that they get kills, and goes through, and Dives spotted out in Donut, but the other 2 players, more important players right now, working their way out of main. Yankee gonna try and work their way back through the back temple, but Wolfie grabs a sick shot onto Ganka, and it's just clean left. We'll take a swing in mid. We'll take Dives out. Was that worth it? Tilted Togglers now on the map. And no more Blaine and his.
They're ready for it. Won't find the kill initially.
Got another one. He really looks like going for this?
Oh, he could have made that happen. He was aware of the flank. Great try there from Blaine. But Super starting the round with the Tech 9, finding 2 with that, and then another 2 with the M4 that he picked up. Definitely the MVP there.
Definitely the MVP there. We'll see. Can the Tilted Togglers tie this half up and we go real deep on the next side, or will the Hitmen bring themselves up 7-5? Either way, half ends after this round. And it's unfortunately not a full buy for the Hitmen. They've got a Deagle. They've got 5-7. AJ just looking to see if he can get anywhere aggressive. Does see the head of one, but this 5-7 is not hitting right now. Walks away, basically full health. Bones, though, does go down to Dibes. And that's
I'm finding a second one.
That's the B site open. Like, Dibes got 2 on the B site. Blaine's the only player left here with this MP9. Not even holding it out. He's holding the Zeus out. Let's take one on Ernesto, but doesn't expect 2. Mental warfare being tried here, but that
finds the spot right near the smoke. His head will be in.
Just Yanka left. Not for long. 6-6 after the first half. Well, if you were looking for a 3-map series that was going to be close, do I have the game for you?
All comes down to these next 12 rounds. 11 match days in the regular season. Play-ins, quarterfinals, semifinals. The previous 2 maps,
all
finals.
They're all overrated.
All overrated. It's just what comes up ahead. H4K will be on the CT side. Hitmen on the side looking to attack, looking to string some rounds together. They were unable to do so in the previous map. Saw they were able to shake off the defensive jitters. But H4K maybe having some jitters of their own. Want to take an extra long half. Calling one of their attack timeouts.
I think the timeout here makes sense. I think they just kind of... This is where you want to take the timeout. You want to get yourself into this. You want to make sure that you're ready to go.
Yeah.
Right. This is probably the best you can get. Unfortunately, it does kind of help the Hitmen here too. Both teams can really plan how they want to start these halves. But if you're the Tilted Togglers, there's no reason to keep these timeouts. They don't serve you if you end up losing the game. There's no award for most timeouts not taken in the finals. So that would be a cool award.
That's something we can talk to stats committee about.
Hey, Eddie, can we get an award for least timeouts taken during the entire season and why it's any team I've ever IGL'd? Something I'm very definitely not proud of. All right. Looks like it's going to be an A play early here. Ernesto sitting behind the big box. Middle of the site. Make sure. Go down. AJ gonna throw this Molotov. Molotov and smoke go through, but Genka does check for Ernesto and Kwong, and that's it. That's the round. I mean, you're basically at this point now. Down them out to utility. It's really hard for the CTs to do anything.
I've got 2 kits, but Super taking a lot of damage already. Wolf spotted out as well. Just so many Ps, so many guns firing in their direction. AJ finds one, Genka finds one, down to Wolf, and well, there's not much he can do here. Let's find the first kill. He will not find anything else.
What we're supposed to do there?
There's not a I don't know what you would do.
I don't know
You gotta death ball it as a CT and just try and brute force your way into the site, I think, is your best bet. But they were just too spread out, and everyone knew where all the CTs were, so tough round.
Bye for the Hitmen. Nothing into this round for the Tilted Togglers. It's probably the best way to do this. You want to make sure that, hey, if you lose this pistol, make sure you have a good buy in that 3rd round. The Tilted Togglers, are they ready for this? It's quick. It's brisk. 3 kills already for the Hitmen. 4 kills already, and it's just Super. Trying to lurk his way through the middle of the site. Bones will grab him quickly.
Just moving too fast for him to walk into that smoke and get away with something.
Yeah, Hitmen up now 2 rounds. They won't have the same weaponry that the Tilted Togglers have. It'll be close. I think they've got a little bit more utility. So don't count anyone out of this round yet. It's the first gun round we've seen. I'm running out to start. Red room smoke going through. Flash up. Deep smoke, deep molly, deep nade in mid. And it looks like Tilted Togglers are playing mid very differently than Hitmen had before. Nades come through. AJ's got one into Super. Trey's
Yeah, that
not.
player getting him up shelf.
Ooh.
Dives does find 2 there. That's huge. They were able to take mid early on, even after they lost the first kill or using that to their advantage. Now bomb is isolated. Site given up, taken by Blaine and Moose, but Bone's still over there by himself.
Everything just became really quiet. Moose is able to walk right into the donut, and just Wolf has to run away, but he spotted the bomb. He spotted a MAC 10. This A1S is looking to try and do anything here, but it won't. Right around the corner, puts him right into the grave.
That's tough. Once you know that he has the MAC 10, you know that he wants to close fight, but with the M4, I mean, you want to hang back long, but you can't because otherwise he's going to wait for his backup to arrive, so we did have to push him there. It goes the way of the MAC 10. More rifles now on the side of the Hitmen. 4 AKs. 4. Site stack, it looks like, from H4K.
That's
Ollie
a
says,
lot.
no Zeus for you.
Well, no Zeus to start for you. Wolfie is still going to try and pick this spot, but Bones has got one onto Kwong. Right, every time Hitmen start to get picks in these rounds, it feels even more desperate for the Togglers. That Molotov will be out. It'll force him out anyway. Jenka's got one there. Got one looking for the rest of them, but now they know they're all sitting there, and even with just 2 kills, does it really matter? It's a 3-on-3. Bomb should go down in just a moment here. Dives able to get another one onto Moose. This is becoming a lot closer now. Health not in the favor of the Tilted Togglers.
Yeah, the question was there if you go for it, but once Dibes gets that kill, now it's doable.
Yeah, Blaine's going to have to do some heavy lifting here. In this forward position. Backside temple. All players are onto the site. Blaine kind of smoked out a little bit, but not really. AK going to go through. Gets one. Traded out quickly by Super. Bones needs to walk through. Bones, he's got one. Another one on the plant. So little health for Dives. The full defuse, but the block comes through. Every single round is close. Even when it's not close, it's close. It's just like every
even
round
when it shouldn't
anyway,
be, right? Like they had those pistols that round, but they still made it so close. After losing Wolfie in the cave fight to those mollies, they found the shooter there on the shelf and picked up that gun and collected a couple others and made a go at that retake. So
yeah. We see now the Tilted Togglers have like their first really good full buy into this half, including Dives on the off. Wolfie's going to be able to get that kill. Dives will as well. Jenka gets a trade back onto Wolfie. A lot of space being made everywhere. Blaine does take a little bit of damage from that nade, but nothing historic. Early in the round, the Tilted Togglers are up a bit. Flash. Blaine's just trying to make some sort of space, but Kwong doesn't care about the space. He just wants to make sure they don't enter into the donut. That's his entire goal here. Ernesto knows they can't really be in donut yet. Get their 2 Tilted Togglers sitting over towards the A site. B site is just looking a little empty right now. One player sitting in Jaguar, and that's it. Blaine should get spotted here by Kwong, and he does. Kwong does take that kill early. Just left onto Moose and Jenka.
He's gonna go ahead and give up mid off of that.
And look at where Moose is as comparative, right? He's just picking up the bomb now with 40 seconds left, going to sit and spawn. It's a save. There's nothing you could really do about that. Your teammates will have a buy, but it makes way more economic sense to make sure you get out of this with another buy.
Yeah, and he'll still have enough as long as he lives to buy the util. He's already got a molly. He's got the full armor, so he'll be okay. And again, you've got those 4 rounds, so not a lot to play with, but you've got a little bit you can give up. In the long run, it makes sense to save this gun. But the CTs, on the other hand, much more fragile eco, so they are not going to hunt this at all, despite the 4-man advantage. Counter-terrorists win. first CT round for H4K, so should be feeling like they're back in it now.
Ten to 7 Hitmen. They've got this buy again. It's a little bit worse. They're a little bit lower on the utility, especially on AJ and Blaine. This Galil not up to snuff with the rest of the AK-47s and tilted togglers. They're ready though. And prevent any of this. Kwang is early, just a little aggressive here. You won't find anything yet. He's just gonna be the one peeking mid, but Kwang's just backed out. These have taken full ledge control. It seems like they're taking basically full mid control at this point. No one's sitting in the donuts for the tilted toggler, so it's a lot harder for them to try and retake mid just through red room. Dives just grabbed the first kill of Vichenka.
Could also hit Blaine there, down to 16 HP.
AJ just keeps walking. This is so scary to just keep walking right into what you think could be an off. They didn't know AJ was there. Blaine on 16 HP, going to try and be the first person in towards cave. Bones is already in the sight. Super takes down Blaine. This is quickly looking like it could be a tilted toggle round. AJ guts one, but nothing more than just the one.
3 AKs carried over now with the op. That's a strong buy for H4K. And the timeout does come through for the Hitmen. Not a dire situation, for sure, but they want to make sure it doesn't get out of hand. So it'll be time to talk about some stuff, talk about what they want to do in this eco round. That was well played from Dibes, just to get that first kill and fall back to the next angle. That's what you want to do with the op. And again, like you were saying, AJ almost walked into it, almost got a third one. I think he only found 2 in that round, but definitely been a good impact piece for them on this CT half of Ancient. We haven't seen the op be too incredibly effective for either side across these other 2 maps. There's been some kills with it, been some good plays with it, but Dibes making the best of it so far.
We'll see what the CTs want to do this round. They should know they're up against a little bit of a pistol buy. It should be a little bit of a quicker take. Ernesto's going to be the small man. Donut ready for all the pistols. 1, 2. All the shadow of bones coming through. Moose, last one alive so quickly after Dives grabs that kill onto AJ.
Oh, still here.
Oh, okay. Moose has 1. That should be it, though. Famous last words. Nice little fake flash. Does take Wolf. He's got a little bit of space to work with now. Smoke will smoke Dives out a little bit. And Suprix. Look at what you're knowing. Dives doesn't see him.
It's around him. It's around him.
Oh,
this is huge for Moose.
What is this? What's going on here? Just a 1v1 now. Just Kwang sitting in Donut. Pushing through. Moose has it all to
Oh,
do.
you heard the reload.
Kwang saw him. He saw the very edge. Flash goes through. He's trying to take this fight. Moose is already through, but he knows where he's coming from. Oh my god,
Moose! What a round! Oh my goodness, pulls it back. What was it, a
1v4?
1v4 on an eco and gets an ace. Oh my goodness, we saw huge stuff from him at the start of the game. Remember, he got that 4K on the pistol round on Vertigo. He's carried that through this entire game, and yeah, that's a tilter for the tilted togglers. Have to take that time out to reset.
You mess with the Moose, you get the horns, man. That's like it's. In what world should Moose ever win that? Like and for what it's worth, I think Moose did an incredible job there. But how much of that is on the tilted togglers for just going one at a time? Like Moose Moose did an incredible job getting onto the site and working his way through the site. But
he did, and I think too, Ernesto, he was not aware that Moose got around him in Donut there, but he looked at that smoke at the entrance to Donut for too long. At some point, he should have realized I should check behind me, and he just didn't. and that's when that first kill came through. Gave him the gun, gave him the spacing util that he needed. So definitely well done by Moose.
Let's see, can that continue here? Can the Hitmen close this out? They're on this goodbye. Togglers, a little bit less so. Their economy broken if they lose this. There's oodles of cash after the fact. And that nice little 1v4. Bones is scaring me there, man. I thought he was just going to walk right through that.
It looked like he wanted to.
Wayne just kind of
Team
blocked
flash.
the flash. It's a little awkward.
Does work out though. Bones does get the first kill elsewhere on the bones. No harm, no foul. Ganka finds the second, and that will be the B site.
Try and push through here now. Just Dibes and Ernesto left. Dibes is basically relegated back to the spawn. Ernesto relegated to the A site. There's nothing they can do here. This is a Hitman round at the end of the day. 5 alive, too.
That will put them on map, series, and championship point for HG.
I mean, like, what more can you say? The Hitmen have played an excellent bit of like Anubis of Ancient here, especially on their T side. They didn't seem to ever feel like they were giving up. Kind of
Yeah,
start
no, it was.
and finish.
Just finds the one. It was an impressive CT and T side now, especially the T side. They know what their game plan is, it looks like. They know what kind of pace they want to go with. And just as we were saying on the first map, they're able to find the gaps. This tilted toggler's defense, just exploit those. That's just, the hallmark of a good T side.
No tax.
Knowing when your opponent's weak.
No tax left for the tilted togglers.
It's gonna have to be 4 straight for them.
Yeah, they're gonna Hitmen are gonna almost certainly not want to ever give the tilted togglers some times to talk. So even if the Hitmen start to lose a couple, they want to make sure that they can win it here. Want to make sure they don't give any space to the tilted togglers to put their mind right. Moose has an op out. It's the first time we've really seen an op. We saw it in the last round, but it just didn't have much effect. Wondering if we can get a little bit more usage out of it coming into the rest of this.
And util in flying. Blaine finding the first kill, finding the second kill as
CT's
trying to take mid, and that
it's
might
just gonna
be
end
it.
here.
Dibes gets one in return.
Dibes has one in return, but he's solo holding the site now with an op. Blaine opened it up. Can he close the door right now on Ernesto? Can't. Ernesto does take the frag. Moose has the trade, and well, they know Dibes is over on the B site, the A site, like the other side of the map.
Down to the GM. Save this series.
It's so fitting that it comes down to the man in charge.
Bomb has been planted.
Play on that smoke. Walk through it. Clear that close angle.
It looks like he's getting given the site right now, but got one shot on the phone.
First one's there, but second one is not.
Moose is gonna finish it out there. Congratulations to the Hitmen on their victory tonight for the Challenger Champion of Season 13. Incredible. Definitely not what you predicted to start the night.
No, it was. I fully believe H4K would take that, but HG showed us why they did come back from a deficit to start the season, because they got that strong mental. Even going down in that second map, that's tough to come back from. But they focused on exactly what they should have, just whatever comes next. And they went ahead and won that. Moose coming up with huge rounds, but not the only guy that we saw perform there. Blaine had a lot of good entries, especially in those last couple rounds, finding those 2 mid players every time that H4K mid from them. And then, of course, everyone else on that HG side also contributing, also finding impact. So, absolutely a wonderful game of CS, a deserved win from them. They're going to be really happy, and we'll probably hear from a couple of them in a moment. But
No, it does not seem like that we are actually going to hear from any of
oh
them
shoot,
tonight.
okay,
So it's just gonna be you and me to end this. So I think let's talk about for the Hitmen, congratulations on your victory on your season 13 championship. Um, a real heartbreak there for the Tilted Togglers, especially after that map 2, right? We saw map 1 was really competitive the entire way through, and then map 2, that Anubis, it just seemed like Tilted Togglers couldn't lose. Then you go into this Ancient, and it's a brutal fist fight, barroom brawl at every single portion of the way, and it seemed like they even after they got a lot of punches in on the second map, they kind of tired themselves out and couldn't work through the punches on Ancient.
yeah. And you know what I'm thinking about and coming back to is what you said earlier in during that ancient game, how everything changed when the H4K side could have taken the initiative, but they didn't. They held back. They were playing a little bit scared. It almost seemed like. And
Mhm.
as analysts, we hate to like try and assume a whole lot and put context to a team's actions, but that's what we have to see. And they didn't make those aggressive plays that we saw on Vertigo to some degree, but especially on Anubis when they were finding the first opening and then just kicking up the pace off that on both the T and the CT side. And I think that's what kind of maybe forced them onto the back foot here and gave HG the space to work their magic.
Yeah, I agree. All right, well, that's going to be it from us tonight. This has been the season 13 Challenger Finals. My name has been Mechatronic. I've been here with Gruhorovich. We'll be back again on Tuesday with 3 different finals in one day because, of course, we have 3 finals in one day. I believe the B stream is still going on right now if you wanted to go tune in over there. But that's going to be it from us tonight. We'll see you all again on Tuesday.